This elimination was one of the most weighted of my whole entire career, but to understand why, we have to go to the start of this finals, and I have to give some important context. As the title implies, I qualified for my first Fortnite Mobile Series finals just in this recent qualifier. Yes, for those of you that saw my tweet, I may or may not been dependent on my last queue, which I got in the last 20 seconds of the event, to qual, but that is besides the point. If you were to qualify to this event on any region, you were guaranteed earnings, but most of the earnings were divided up against the top 4 finishers. And as a bonus, if you were to win this qualifier, you would qualify for the Mobile Series group stage, which is happening a whopping 10 months from now, where if you can place top 8 in your group in that, and top 3 or top 2, depending on your region and finals, you literally qualify for a LAN. That still feels crazy to say. This was NA West, so the favorite to win this qualifiers, as you may guess, is the motion man himself, Vexity. In the round just before this, he had recently literally set the point record for this new mobile series format and was easily the favorite to win it all, with some even believing that he is already going to be one of the players that qualifies LAN off of NA West. But would he be able to pull it off? Or would someone save the region? For that, we change our skin and go into game 1. Throughout this video and other mobile series videos, I will be giving you guys some tactics and insight into what I was thinking strategy wise to play these finals and adaptations I made on the fly, as I believe that is one of, if not the most important skill you can have in this game mode. As you noticed in that off spawn, I swerved from how I usually play the Citadel. I usually 50-50 the main area. Here I swerved back and played this back building. Why? This is because in a finals lobby, you need to adapt to who is landing at your spot and how contested it is most of the time. I noticed there was only one person contesting me after scouting this drop, and the meta in this tournament was to have the self-res item, which only spawns in god chests. If I were able to play the outskirts correctly and the bordering drop near me was uncontested, I'd have 3 or 4 chances at getting self-res a game, and if I'm being honest, I really liked those chances. Therefore, most of the time I opted not to fight off spawn. If I were triple conned or god forbid quadruple conned, maybe these tactics would have to change. I'd probably have to fight someone immediately off spawn or even completely abandon the drop, which honestly hurts my heart to think about. The zone of game 1 pulled brutal, and luckily here I get some bushes. My game plan more or less on these zones is to just throw a bush on height and just sit there until the last zone pulls. Very simple. Let's take a pause from my yapping and get to the actual endgame. Okay. Watch my back. It's running, bro. Wow. No, I my shockwave. Oh, my shockwave. Fortunately, as I was super nervous in this first game, first time I actually had passion in one of these finals, let's freaking go. I move ever so slightly to the right and end up misaiming my shockwave going down here. If I stand 10 toes and don't move while throwing the shockwave, I wouldn't have flown off in the zone and things could have been different game 1. Game 2, it pulled Citadel and your boy may have been way out of position here. I'm able to luckily run back, hit the launch pad, thankfully nobody had broken it, and claim height here, but then this happens. Good shockwave. meaning I have to adapt and play a position on the fly if I want a chance to do somewhat decent in this endgame. I end up choosing this spacious spot on right of Citadel where if I sit on top of that concrete thing, I can see the enemy before they see me.
Third guy there? Left, I kill this guy. No! Oh my god. Ooh, I'm scared. Bro. No, what even is this?
Notice I lost track of the zone there as it kept pulling a little while after I stopped moving. If I was able to continue to track it, once again could have won the game. Game 3, we have a brutal zone, and I may or may not have gotten fraggy thanks to the power of the twin shotguns.
Honestly? Oh my god. Oh man, I keep messing up my shockwaves. No. Just play you. Oh. What the? What the? What? I survived. What? Bro.
No, Percep, you do not survive, and for whatever reason, past me, I guess thought it was a 40 tick and kind of gave up there. I'll be honest, the fact I made it as far as I did was just sheer luck. I don't even know how that happened, if I'm telling you truthfully, as that shockwave in the very beginning and 50-50ing that bush without actually seeing where the player is should have easily got me eliminated. So, well, of course, getting shockwave pistoled is an unfortunate event. I can't say it's the worst thing ever here. Before we get into the next game, I'll actually let you guys in on a mobile series quick fact. I know y'all like those from FNCS. Prior to this game, I had not used the shockwave pistol once in endgame. So take a wild guess how this one went.
No. What is happening? No. Bro, I can't use this dumb item. No. I'm just gonna let it go. Sit here, Brad. No. Bro. Bro.
Yeah, I hope they removed that item for a different reason than I expect everybody else to have. This next game, I was extremely scuffed on utility, may have not looted any chests, only the god chest. Mistake on my part. So I decided to lurk and go in for a 50-50 fight.
Bro, what are you? What? Do you want me to fight you?
That was a somewhat okay fight to take, not really amazing. I slightly was better on utility after that, but the unexpected happens here.
I guess. Oh, dude, that's so...
Yes, I throw my shockwave well in the shield bubble, and doing so scuffs it up. I don't go anywhere. If shockwaves are in the loot pool and I somehow get into a situation like this, it's definitely the play to either step to the side or behind the shield bubble just so that never happens again. Here, someone landed my spot, I assume because theirs was contested, so I did what any person defending their drop spot has to do. And irrationally fought them in a fight that only grieved me. Unfortunately, my Brazilian brother Egway takes the stray. GG's only to bro, the former Fortnite Mobile Android player, legend. My Anvil squared tech was intuitive here. I noticed nobody in the finals was playing this spot for some reason, right next to the castle. So I claimed it for myself. I guess the thing with finals is sometimes you have to pick up new spots on the fly.
You're a great player. You're a great player. I think I would not.
To explain why I lost that, I shocked too late, which is why I took a tick of zone and forgot to pop my slurp juice there. So for both reasons, I wasn't able to get the siphon on Moetti and thus lost the game. This next one, I learned the lesson. If something is working in finals, don't change it up. Game 7, for whatever reason, I decided to late rotate instead of doing my instant go to zone rotate. And as you can see by that bush, there is already somebody on the spot that I usually play. But this wasn't the reason I actually went down. I didn't pay attention to the zone pool here.
What? Like, what? I guess. Like, what are these guys doing, man?
And because of that miscalculation, a series of unfortunate events happens and we end up going down 9th, which I think was actually my worst placement of the session. At this point, majority of the tournament was over, but as you can see, the placements for 3rd to 6th were extremely close. So if I wanted a chance for the top 4 higher prize pool, I needed to lock in here. And unfortunately, as any long-term Percept viewer would know, that is when I lock out. See, I got a slap factory zone, and whenever I play here, I always check this bush. But seeing 2 people fighting next to me made me think nobody was there, and guess what happens?
I guess? I guess?
Perhaps the only thing similar to Lionel Messi in that game, we place his number 10th. But we still have decent placement potential as both Vexity and Drizon go down here. However, I'm playing Anvil once again in a way I've never played and honestly kind of ugly. This was crazy.
There's someone there. I guess nobody? Like, bro. Someone here? What are you doing? That's so weird. Praying to God, but I don't pray to Buddha. Praying to God, but I don't pray to Buddha. Praying to God, but I don't pray to Buddha. Praying to God, but I don't pray to hold up. Praying to God, but I don't pray to Buddha. Oh, that's sticking that color right through you. Right, that little baby. Yeah! Everybody fight, please. With that little baby. Yeah, in that back and I'm toting my. What? Why is Noob there? Wait. I res. Wait, what the? What? No, Noob, you unreal, you bitch.
I guess past percent. Out of these 10 games I played, this was by far my luckiest, as a incorrect zone pull would have easily cooked me here. Anticlimactic, but I honestly don't even know what to say. With that, we go into the last game, the most important game, but once again I rotate too late and someone is on the bush spot. Or not. Looking back, bro, I don't even know anymore. In order to top 4, I more or less had to win this game.
No, man. Bro, that's so cooked.
At this point, it's almost absolutely over, as I have no utility if I get shot at by any of the players in front of me. GG. But we nearly have 1,000 tricks moments somehow. I don't even know how this happened.
My God, assist? That guy hit me with the assist of doom. What?
Whoever that is, know in my eyes, you are an absolute legend. That was actually crazy. And as you may guess, this is where what I like to call the ultimate ethical dilemma happens. Here I notice a player's skin, and I also notice that there's a chance it may be Vexity. If I want to survive in this game, there are literally only 2 things I can do. A, I fight him, eliminate him, and potentially grief our friendship and pretty much never qual to a finals again. Or B, hit him with the alley-oop of doom and help him win the first NA West qualifiers of Mobile Series. Guess what I do? Yes, in almost the sense of some people's interpretation of human nature, I turn on Vex at the worst time possible, taking an irrational risk for it all just to go down to literally the person who won. I kid you not, the player that eliminated me, as you can see here, won the tournament because of this game. I am dead serious. If I don't greet Vex here, he probably wins it all. At this point, I am in a state of absolute fear and anxiety. Is it over for a friendship built up over years of Android and iOS suffering combined? Have I turned the mobile Peterbot, the mobile player with the most motion on the platform, against me? Is this the end of Percep? Nah, he forgave me. W Vexity. And for anybody that cares, I placed 6th in this tournament, netting $250, and definitely can improve for the next one.